Over the past couple lessons, we have learned that fractions are part of a shape, and you divide that shape into equal pieces. So if I were to divide this shape into 4 equal pieces, I could create a fraction. If I were to shade in one part of that shape, the fraction would be 1 piece, that's my numerator, that's the part that's shaded, out of 4, which is my denominator, because denominator is the bottom number, it's down for denominator, and it tells me how many are there total, how many parts are there total. But today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about fractions as part of a set. Let's say that I have a set of red and yellow counters, and I'm trying to figure out what fraction of my counters are yellow. So the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to count all of my counters to see how many I have all together. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 counters total. So since my total number is 9, that means that my denominator, my total number, is going to be 9, because the denominator tells us how many we have total. Now what I need to figure out is, out of my 9 pieces of my set, how many of my counters are yellow? So all I'm going to do is count my yellow counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of my 9 counters, 4 of them are yellow. So my fraction would be 4/9. And I could say 4/9 of my counters are yellow. Let's now look at these shapes as part of a set. Within this oval, there are shapes that all together make one set. If I wanted to figure out the fractions of each shape, I would have to first figure out how many shapes there are all together. So my first job is to find my denominator. I need to see how many shapes there are all together. So I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15 shapes altogether, so my denominator is going to be 15. And now I just have to figure out my numerator. Let's pretend that I wanted to find out how many triangles there are in my set. So the first thing I'm going to do is count the number of triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 triangles in the set. So my fraction would be 8/15. And all I'm saying is that there are 8 triangles out of 15 shapes altogether. Let's pretend that I want to find out how many squares there are. Well, I already know my denominator. It's 15, because there are 15 total shapes in there. That is part of the set. We didn't get any more shapes. We didn't lose any shapes. It stayed the same. Now all I need to do is figure out how many squares there are in the shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 squares out of 15. So the fraction would be 5/15. Now let's move on to circles. Let's see how many circles there are. So the first thing that I would do is I would just need to count my circles. And I'm hoping that we are all capable of counting our circles. Here we go. 1, 2. So I already know my denominator. It's 15. That's the total number of shapes. And out of that, 2 of them are circles. So 2/15 are circles. And that is how you find a part of a whole.